Hello and thank you for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Before we start the show tonight, we wanted to give everybody a word of warning that each episode produced by Movie Guys Podcast is for a mature audience. You have been warned. Also, all of our reviews are spoiler filled. So if you have not seen the film that we're going to talk about tonight, turn off the show and come back when you're ready to listen. Thank you so much for downloading, and we hope you enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another awesome episode of Movie Guys Podcast. And tonight we're talking about Ready or Not. I'm so excited to talk about this one. I'm Jordan, and I'm joined here, like always, with Eric and Ryan. Got your name right that time. How are you doing tonight, Eric?
You know, you sound just as excited as Grace did when she was about to pick a family game
There you
in
go.
this movie. That's basically what this was. I feel that it was a good representation that she is like the audience. She is you, and just eye rolling, just like, okay, what the hell is this? And instead, we got the most intense game of hide and seek ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What are your thoughts, Ryan? Did I sum it up?
Pretty much, yeah. Like it's got I one of the things I appreciated about the movie is that it is, as we were talking about before we started recording, it's a comedy. It's a even-handed comedy and horror elements. And I appreciate it that she brings a bit of um apprehension to the concept and the conceit of the movie is that you have these adults who are doing an initiation through a child's game.
Well, already like the story seems to be a bit ridiculous because the La Damas family is that
Los Domus, I think.
Lost yeah, I guess the grandfather had done some sort of bet or wager or something like that with we can assume that the devil or what's the guy's name, something like
LaBelle.
LaBelle, yeah. uh
Mr. LaBelle.
and the grandfather then won like a box that's able to do black magic, right? And he's also able to get the secrets of how to make a huge fortune off of what games, right?
Yeah.
Board game fortune.
Yep. He made his fortune over on games. It was a card game. LaBelle's Gambit, I think, is the first one they show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what started the whole Las Domus enterprise with the games. But like he built his fortune on games because he won a game with Mr. LaBelle.
So yeah, and from there now you have a very waspy type family who is hyper superstitious and feel like they need to do this, otherwise that fortune is gonna be gone. Well, or something will happen to the family, which we'll get to.
One of the things I was lost, like I tried to figure it out, thinking back on after I saw the movie. I don't think they really explain the whole. Like they do explain like they have to sacrifice her because Mr. LaBelle requires a sacrifice, but I don't understand why. Because it seems that the only time they have the human sacrifice is with the hide and seek. Because when they're doing the scene where they bring her into the game room where they have the round table, they have the empty chair for Mr. LaBelle, and like she has to pick, or like they pass around the box and she has to pick the card game. Um, Finch, who is the brother-in-law, says that he was initiated with a game of Old Maid, but like they had to win, right? They had to win those games to get into the family.
Yeah, and it's different for every person, right? So it's almost like because it's a random card that they put
Yeah,
in, and were they giving some other examples like of the games? Like she got to pick, Grace got to pick hide and seek, but who was one of them picked it like there were the examples like of different games that didn't seem to be like a truth or dare type of thing.
Checkers. Somebody played
Checkers,
checkers.
yeah, simple games, right? And they just seem to
Yeah.
be like, oh well, okay, but you still want to know like what these games are because if they're simple as hide and seek, then there has to be some sort of element to them. You'd imagine some sort of demonic element.
Yeah, but I'm just confused, like, because how do you get into the family then? Because it does the human sacrifice element carry over to like when Finch talks about playing old maid to get in, when the sister-in-law Daniel's wife talks about she had to play checkers to get in. They had to win those games, so I don't understand why. Because if she wins, because the whole thing is great, they have to kill Grace before dawn and sacrifice her, or else Mr. LaBelle will kill them.
Right. I'm willing to forgive a lot in this movie just for the sheer fun of it. Obviously, because it's just one of those silly movies where you don't have to too much. So, yeah, that's a big plot hole or question. The other one is a lot of it in the character development because you have a lot of these characters who will say one thing and then do the exact opposite in like the next scene almost. I think Alex did that a lot. The fiance. Uh,
Alex, that was his name. I kept thinking his name was Corey. Alex, that's
looks like
right.
a
He
Corey,
looks
right?
like a Corey, yeah.
But that's just with a movie like this, same with like Happy Death Day, like just remove a lot of these plot holes or questions or tropes and just have a fun time with it because the movie is silly enough already. Like given that plot point of how the family got to where they are, it's silly enough. So let's just play some hide and seek.
But the problem though is why I was so frustrated when I saw this movie, guys, is what was great about A Happy Death Day is that it was something fresh to the genre. It was something that was fresh and new. With Ready or Not, no wonder why it was had a budget of 6 million. It's only grossed 13. It's been there, done that, right? We've all seen this movie before. I was literally, not to show my hand too soon, I was bored out of my mind. Wasn't laughing.
Really, people were comparing this movie to like Scream and Clue.
No,
A
fuck
mix of a
no.
mix of the
Those
two.
people are idiots. Absolutely not.
Well, Jordan, what movie would you compare this to support the been there done that argument? I'm not saying you're wrong. I like it, there's nothing revolutionary about this movie at all. But I just want to like get a further analysis of what you're.
I guess I can't give you a definitive movie that I've seen in the past to answer that question. I know deep down in my brain when I watched this movie, I'm like, I have seen this story somewhere, somehow. Maybe a Family Guy ripoff, maybe something with Scream,
I
maybe
mean,
it was
you could
something,
say the most dangerous game, like
the most
Yeah.
dangerous game, Lord of the Flies. I don't know. I have just seen this before. Maybe not Lord of the Flies.
what's the movie we saw last year? The Don't
Don't
Breathe.
Don't breathe. Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, which just is like it's just a been there, done that. It was nothing new. Like one of the fun horror movies that we reviewed in the past was It Follows. It was something new to the genre. It added something new and it was entertaining. This does nothing.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of It Follows, and that It Follows is kind of. I have this thing where a lot of people leech on like on leech they latch on to something that feels fresh and new, but I don't think that movie is all that great.
Sure.
Like I agree, like it does something that we're not used to seeing. We have not seen from popular horror movies in a while, but just because it's new and fresh doesn't necessarily make it good.
Oh,
The
I
movie,
totally.
the movie I would compare this one to is You're Next. I think it's from 2013.
The one with the pig mask on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like both movies, I mean, granted, Your Next is more of an it develops into a more of an on the nose sort of satire or examination of the slasher flicks in general than this one does. But they both have equal amounts of comedy and horror, and they both have at certain points in their respective movies jarring tonal shifts.
Isn't that what this shift or what that change is out of this. I mean, Jordan, if you're saying that you've seen movies like this before, the ones that you gave examples of are ones that took themselves a lot more seriously, more horrorcore centric. This is comedy first, in my opinion. Like this is kind of something that we're starting to see a little bit more of now, where this mix, because we see it a lot with the comic book movies now too. You're mixing action and comedy. Now we're mixing horror and comedy. We're getting more of this too.
I wonder if you can attribute some of this trend to a sort of growing, like, commonly accepted sense of cynicism.
There is no trend. I mean, the only trend that you're talking about is Happy Death Day. Guys, this movie is a fucking bomb.
Well, I'm not
I would
talking about.
say
I'm not talking
Cabin in
about
the
just this
Woods.
movie. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk over everybody. I'm not talking about this movie specific. I'm talking about like in movies, like American movies in general, where almost everything has a hint of comedy to it now.
Sure.
But
I mean, like,
Cabin in the Woods, the Joss Whedon movie. You remember that?
yeah.
With the that's another movie that would just be, shit, even Evil Dead, the second one, an Army of
Yeah.
Darkness. Like you have again this new type of, and those I'd say aren't new movies in the least. Those are older movies, but they're there. You know, like
Sure.
it does exist. The
They're
horror
there.
comedy.
It does
Dale and
exist, but I
Tucker
guess
versus Evil is another one.
maybe I don't want to say it's something as simple as the title or read the synopsis, but it's like, something with Ready or Not. I don't know. I mean, like when I walk into a movie theater and I'm going to watch Happy Death Day, I have an expectation of what this movie's going to be. Evil Dead 2, like you said, Dead by Dawn. I have an expectation. Cabin in the Woods. I have an expectation. This is called Ready or Not. This is so bleak.
What
I don't-
was your expectation?
What
If
am
we're
I getting?
talking your expectation for all those other movies, then please tell me what is your bar set for this movie?
I think my reaction is because of something that you do a lot. Is I didn't watch the trailer. This was not going to be on our schedule. This came out of nowhere on our schedule. So I haven't even seen a trailer. I was not prepared. I haven't done any research. I walked into the movie theater blind. What am I watching? I thought Margot Robbie was in the movie for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. And I walk in this, and I'm just like, oh, this is shit. There was just no expectation, and then the result was, been there, done that. Hey, this kind of reminds me of Get Out in a way for some reason. Maybe because of the crazy family. I don't know. Maybe because of the wine and the drugging. I don't know. It's just shit that I didn't think was good. And again, like I said, to shut up for a minute here, $6 million and it's gross 13. This movie has no audience. You guys told me this thing has 89% Rotten Tomatoes, 13 million. This movie, nobody gives a fuck.
Watch it. It'll probably do a slow creep. But again, these are horror movies. Don't typically in history, horror movies are not the greatest for doing big budget blockbusters. You'll have every once in a while you'll have like an It that will come along. But like even then, like, horror movies don't typically boom at the box office. Name one before It?
Name one before it that was boom at the box office. Scream.
Yes, the
Silence of the
Saw.
Lambs.
But
Saw was not as financial success like
Saw was not
like
a
a big
financial
boom.
success.
I mean, like it was a financial success for what they were like. Hey, we're gonna make this movie for $1 million and see what happens. But it wasn't like It kind of territory. Scream would be It territory back in the day,
That's Wes
1996.
Craven. So you have some pull there. So every once in a while you'll have these are. I'm just pointing out the gaps in between these movies, whether it be Scream, or something like James Wan, who's built up an audience. Because The Conjuring was really good, and what was the other one? Insidious. Those had to have been.
Insidious.
I mean, those did pretty well.
The Friday the 13th 2009 remake made $925 million.
925.
Double check me, make sure I'm right.
That is
Not-
absolutely wrong. No,
it wasn't. It was 920. It was 92 million, maybe something like that.
The Friday the 13th remake in 2009 made, I think it made $43 million, or 34 or $43 million opening weekend, and then its final gross domestically, I don't know international, domestically was less than double that. I think it was like 67 million.
Okay.
Well, if this movie was made for $6 million, then I would imagine that most of it probably went into After Effects and Andy McDowell's paycheck.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, it kind of has to be it because I'd imagine that Adam Brody is just like
Happy
saying
to be
yes to
there.
whatever right now, including Shazam, right? And
He was in
then,
Shazam?
yes,
Yeah.
he was. He was
Yes, he was.
one of the kids. The super egos to one of the kids.
Okay.
When one of the kids when all the orphans, the foster kids, all turn into superheroes.
Well, I
But
haven't seen it yet, so thank you for that. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You haven't
Well-
seen Shazam and you're part of the movie guys universe? Idiot.
Sir, I was poor a couple months ago.
I
That's
hate
not my
to break
problem.
it to you, but also the entire time Bruce Willis is dead. That might be a big one too. Also,
Why are you trying to ruin Die Hard for me?
also the
Die
Titanic
Hard?
sinks.
What was it?
Also,
The Titanic sinks.
the Titanic does sink at the end of the movie. That was a heartbreaker.
Wait, what are you talking about? Their hearts go on.
See,
Exactly.
this is why, in good faith, we have something like this. We might get a sequel to Ready or Not. Then, right? We can get more board
No.
games.
No more
They
sequel,
made Happy
no more
Death Day
board game.
2, and they introduced a whole timeline, a whole alternate reality universe theory. Now we're guaranteed a lot of 6 birthdays now for Happy Death Day, or 6 death
Probably.
days. But
But Ready or Not's not making Happy Death Day money though.
no.
So I mean, like, there's gonna
certainly
be
it's not.
nothing. I mean, like, and this chick does look like Margot Robbie. So it's like, I mean, who's in this movie? I mean, like, if they had like a Jennifer Lawrence or Margot Robbie or one of the hit A-list stars of this movie, that maybe it'll do something. I'm like, that's why another reason why this movie has no clout when it comes to the box office, because who's the fuck's in this movie?
You know what? To her credit, and I'm hoping that you can back me up on this. Both of you being horror movie fans, of course. But Samara Weaving, again, I hope I'm saying the first name, Samara, sure. When it comes to horror movies, one thing you gotta have is, if you got a good scream, then it works. I think she's got an awesome scream for a horror movie. Now, often can you nail that? There's been few movies, I think, a horror movie where you have a scream queen that is able to do it right. And I think she nailed it. The only one I could think of is, remember at the end of Saw, the guy. when he gets
Yeah,
the
the
door closed?
photographer.
That scream was fucking awesome too. But there's, how many times are you? It's few and far between that you get a true scream queen like this.
Yeah, no, I will not disagree with you on that. This is a nice scream queen. She's on the same team as Jamie Lee Curtis. Maybe she's on the bench. She's there. She's there, and I enjoyed that. I don't know. Like, this movie threw me for a loop, and I walked out of there disgusted, because, like, horror I thought was going to get a renaissance with the original Happy Death Day, and I feel like it's going back to bullshit again when it comes to this kind of storytelling. I think there's 2 different kinds of horror nowadays, guys. I don't know if you agree with me on this one. Like, mainstream, we got like the It horror, because we're going to get Dr. Sleep coming out later on this year that we're going to be reviewing.
That's a
We have like that
thriller.
hard R. Yeah, but
I
mean,
know what you mean.
yeah, people also say that Silence of the Lambs was a thriller. So, but anyway, you have like this hard R adult horror that's really financially successful, and then you have this tween horror, which is like Happy Death Day and Ready or Not. And I really love Happy Death Day, but this is in the same category, and it's just this movie is just never going to be talked about. This movie's just garbage. It's junk food. It's just junk food. It means nothing. The actors mean nothing. The direction means nothing. It was like, hey, I got an idea. Hey, everybody, I got an idea. We just watched this movie called Tag with Ed Helms. Great, fun movie. Awesome. They turned a kid's game into a fun adult game. Let's do that, but let's kill people. So let's do Tag meets Battle Royale, which is the third cousin of Hunger Games. Let's go. And that's what this was. It was a dog show.
You know, I didn't realize just how dramatic Jordan was until now.
It's a
When
show,
he
motherfucker. God damn it.
When he hates, that dude hates, man.
Show.
the
damn
writing
right.
credits on this are not anything to be desired either. It looks like these guys.
I guess I'm dramatic now because the writing credits don't even matter.
Well, they don't. I mean, it's two writers. They haven't really done much.
Let me guess. When did SpongeBob?
It looks like they both worked on the movie Wrong Turn. Remember that one?
Thank you for proving me right. Dramatic my ass. Fuck yourself, Ryan.
I don't know if maybe that's where they found out, but all right then. Gotta start somewhere.
Wrong Turn is the Killer Rednecks.
The Elisha Dushku movie, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. There's like 6 of those movies. So congratulations, you got the writers of Wrong Turn for your stupid $16
Not the
million
writers.
movie.
They just worked on it. They're a militia.
Oh, they just worked on it. They're like production assistants or something.
That's at least what it says to their credits right here.
Wow.
They don't have much. This seems to be like their first big boy, if you want to call it that.
Wow.
Their first project, I guess, studio project. Let's just say that.
God damn it. And Ryan, you say I'm dramatic. Wow. There is garbage working on this.
It means nothing. It means nothing. I was disgusted when I walked out of the theater.
Tell me my opinion's not valid. This is ridiculous. This movie's shit.
It's hard to disagree with you, but at the same part, like that, I was going into this expecting exactly this. Just a fun little romp. Don't worry about it. Let's just get some silly antics. Maybe a shotgun to the face, and that's what happened. Hell, we even got it ended with a bang, I guess you could say.
Nice.
I was actually curious if they were gonna do a fake out and there's no, like, she ended up surviving and nothing happened.
Right, that it was all in her head. She was just dreaming it or
Well,
something.
no. That, like, the family, they believed in this story so much that this mythology of their origins and all that they bought in hook, line, and sinker that you have to sacrifice something to Mr. LaBelle, and then no one, because the last time that they played hide and seek, they killed Helene's new husband, Aunt Helene's new husband.
Yeah.
And so Grace would have been the first person to survive hide and seek that any of these people would have seen. And so if she had survived, just nothing happens. Like, they don't explode. Mr. LaBelle doesn't get his payment, or he doesn't repay them for their failures. Just nothing happens.
Ryan, you just did something that the people who made this movie didn't do. You have a thought.
Oh, geez, now you're going full hate mode here.
Guys, this is junk food. I mean, Ryan had a thought. He just sat there and pulled something out of his ass for 5 seconds. And
it's
it
not trying
sounds
to
a
be
lot
anything
better.
more than that, though, Jordan. Like, it's exactly what this was one shot in a house. What other scenes were there besides the outside and the intro scenes? There maybe a studio scene. This is a house. This is filmed. I guarantee this probably took 6 weeks.
Oh, more than likely, Eric. I look. I understand what you're saying, Eric. It's just my hate towards this. It's just like it just felt like it was copycatting off of things that's already been done, that's been more successful. And I feel that I'm speaking for the masses who did not go out and see this for pretty much for the 16 million that it made, for the 13 million that it made, because it's just dumb. There's no thought. I mean, there's no rock. Like we were raping Hobbs and Shaw a few weeks ago, but at least it had some rock in it, right? Something.
If
something
this movie
to
had
like.
a rock in it, Jordan, would that make you?
Give me something. This had no name Hollywood actors that I could watch and like. I mean, I have to have something to be invested into it. And if you are not like an early 90s Tarantino, early Bryan Singer, Brian De Palma, what the fuck ever independent filmmaker you want to jerk off to before they were famous. This ain't it. It's just shit. It's just junk food shit.
All right. Well, do you want to go into the reviews then?
I already gave my review. No bag. Right there. I was giving up right at the bat. This is a no bag. I feel that the filmmakers were like, hey, guess what? We're going to rip off Tag and we're going to rip off Get Out. That's what we're going to do. This is the movie. Ryan just pulled a better ending out of his ass in a few seconds ago compared to what the writers did for this, who have no fucking credit, who worked on Wrong Turn. Congratulations. I remember my first beer. I mean, it's junk food. It's shit. Probably the top 5 worst films I've seen for Movie Guys Podcast this year, 2019.
Damn, Jordan.
Probably. AO being number 1 still for 2019, but this one's definitely up there, top 5. Like this is makes me angry. This is stupid.
AO.
So,
Was that one that's that kind of Earth, Last People on Earth movie that we saw?
yeah, it was that Last People on Earth movie we saw in January where the girl's like, trying to figure out how to survive and shit.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Oh, yeah, the gas.
Yeah. So it's this is in that same realm. It's bullshit. Don't waste your time, fans. This is a no bag. What a shitty movie to get into the holiday here. No bags whatsoever. Ryan, what's your popcorn rating for Ready or Not?
I'm gonna go to large bag.
Fuck you, because you're lying. You're fucking lying, you piece of shit. See that shit.
How am I
Here's the-
lying? I've been
here's the
defending the movie against you the entire show.
You cannot sit here. First of all, if you're a part of the Movie Guys verse now, you have to understand here now. You are comparing this to It Chapter 1. You're comparing this to
No, I'm not.
Star Wars. I mean, all of the films that we
No,
have
I'm not.
given a large bag to. This is in the same
No, I'm not.
ballpark.
I'm not comparing
You're
it to them.
just
I'm
so
putting
bad.
it. I'm putting it in the same grouping, I guess. But Jordan, it's a review show. It's an opinion. Opinions are subjective. The things I find enjoyable about it, you certainly don't. So I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. There are issues. I have issues with this movie, but like I talked about at the start, where kind of the backstory doesn't quite make sense to me. There's some jarring tonal shifts at certain points in the movie. I'm not a fan of the opening. I don't think they needed that. I think it would have been better. Would have been better in the long run if they had either moved that opening scene where you see Daniel trying to protect Alex from the first game of hide and seek to somewhere further in the movie, or just gotten rid of it entirely. I think that would have been better. But things overall, it's funny. I enjoyed myself watching this movie. The kills, for the most part, are really good. The bit where she punches that little fucking kid in the face, that was really fun.
Georgie,
Yeah. Georgie, yeah.
Oh, the kid's name is Georgie. It reference. Continue.
Fuck that kid.
I think Samara Weaving is really good. I really enjoyed how she played Grace. The movie doesn't take itself too seriously. The central idea is inherently strange in and of itself, where it's an R-rated horror movie where they're just going to play hide and seek all night, and I think the way the character of Grace is written, leading into that, and the way that Samara Weaving performs it is really great. I think Samara Weaving is going to be maybe not huge in the next couple years, but she's probably going to break out. I think she's probably going to be a face people are going to know.
The Babysitter was was a fun movie. I liked Babysitter. She's gonna be also in Bill and Ted Face the Music
Thank you. I'm excited for that one.
There you go.
as
no.
Thea Preston. So I'd imagine that she's Bill's or Ted Theodore Logan, Bill S. Preston Esquire. Yeah, Bill's wife, sister, kid, something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think like overall, going into this, I had only heard of this movie or seen anything from this movie. I think it was they played a preview on Hobbs and Shaw, and that was the first time I had seen anything. And that trailer in front of that movie, it might have been, yeah, the trailer for that movie got me hooked into wanting to go see it. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a large bag.
Wow. So Eric, before we continue, you will see this time and time again for the years of Movie Guys podcast, as long as Ryan's involved here. he will do things just to piss me off, and he will deny it. He'll say, "No, I'm not. I legitimately think this deserves a large bag." I'll be like, "No, you fucking really don't, because I know what you like in movies." He's gonna go, "No, it's a large bag."
Well,
So,
I
Jordan.
feel like you're gonna set yourself up here for when I say that I
Eric, what is your large bag? Let me hear your large bag bullshit. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
listen. I want to give this a large bag, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a medium with a bunch of extra toppings on it because I feel only because of camera work on this. I think that there are a lot of scenes that they could not have done that with. There are some parts they do not your stable shot, not your planted shot camera, where they actually do like follow hand camera shots. Not like, you know what I mean, like not like shaky cam, but
Yeah.
it's unstable and you can tell that it's in movement, and it there are some parts where it didn't need to be there, especially like for the sake of building tension. It really didn't seem to. It just seemed kind of like that was the one shot that they had, and they just kind of had the extra scene. They edited it into it. I think that's just kind of what that was, to make it, to fill it a half hour or hour and a half there. But listen, like I knew what this movie was going to be. I don't often go into a movie with expectation, but this movie completed the expectation. It didn't go out of its own idea of itself. It knew that it was going to be just silly. It was just there for the gunplay, for the gore. There wasn't actually. I wouldn't even say there was a whole lot of gore in this.
No, it was.
There wasn't. I mean, you had some nice little close-up special effects, like maybe a shotgun to the face. You had some nice stabs. You had, and then again, everyone blowing up at the end. You had some good kills in this, but story-wise, it was a little ridiculous, and that's fine. I would like to see more games. I think that'd be pretty cool. If or more of that black magic box, that'd be pretty cool. But listen, I had a fun time with this. I don't think that you can make this into a sequel without it being even more ridiculous, but ridiculous seems to sell. This movie made its money back. So
yeah, 16 million.
So obviously it worked for the low scale that it is. I wouldn't even expect this movie to be in theaters. This seems like a straight to DVD release.
It seems like a Netflix Hulu movie.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fine. It worked. I agree with you, Ryan. Samara Weaving, I think I'll actually go ahead and say carried the movie for me, because all the other characters just seem to be in the same character. They're all in the same family, and so you fit the mold of that same family. They don't care about each other. They're all selfish. They're all, So her being the main character for me kind of carried the movie. Listen, I enjoyed the movie. Am I in a hurry to watch this again? No, I'm not. And will I go around and just tell everybody on the street up and down, hey, you stop what you're doing, go see this movie? No, I'm not going to say that either. But if you're looking for something to do on a Friday night, then I think this is what it is. Jordan, you said this is like more like the teeny, like a date movie. I would agree. Kind of in the same realm of like what's it? Like Bloody Valentine or House of Wax.
There you go.
Kind of like these silly movies.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're saying. I put into that. This is kind of a date movie.
It's a date movie, yeah.
For the younger crowd. So that's really what it is. But I enjoyed it. It was silly. It was fun. That's what it is. I'm gonna give it a large bag. Actually, I would say medium. With all the shit on it, but I just had fun with it, man. I really did.
Oh my god! I just muted myself because I was screaming "fuck."
Jordan, it's because I just had a good time with the movie. Like, it's a dumb movie. You didn't like it because it's a dumb movie.
Professional critics, you guys,
you didn't like it because it's a dumb movie. I think Ryan and I enjoyed it because it was a dumb movie.
Yeah.
But as professional critics, you guys cannot sit here honestly and think that this movie deserves a large bag. You guys are professional fucking critics, for God's sake.
If you want to break down the technicalities of it, or
come on, guys,
I just told you right now that like the camera work was not the greatest in this fucking movie. The character development is shit throughout this entire fucking movie. Okay, the plot holes are written. Ryan gave you a few already right there too. But listen, it kept the tone. The lighting in the house was fantastic. That kind of that darker kind of glim, almost candle tone lighting of the house. It was able to build the tension really well. You had a lot of corner scenes where it was like what's going around there, bump in the night scenes. Like it worked for what it was trying to do, but
All right.
it wasn't trying to be anything more than that, Jordan. And I think that's why you're disappointed with it.
I guess so. It's just, 'cause I know next week, just because it's going to be amazing, not because of my opinion, but just because of what the critics are already saying. It Chapter 2 is going to be a large bag, probably across the board. And when you guys give this a large bag, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean,
Well,
this
here's
is
the
not fair.
I'm going to be more critical of it too because I've seen it chapter 1. I have knowledge going into it. I've seen the trailers, and the novel It is in my top. Is one of my favorite books of all time. So I'm going to be more critical of that because I have preconceived expectations. I had nothing for this except for seeing that one trailer thinking looks like a fun time.
This is why I hate Ryan Eric, because he always somehow makes me think of opposite things that I think. I don't like that. God damn it. So,
I feel
thank
like
you.
you're shitting on a high schooler movie.
I am. Hey, like I said, I remember my first beer. Just, good try.
I feel like
you
I feel
know,
like Jordan. I feel like you go to the playground and you just punch kids on the swing.
I mean, haven't you ever done that? It's fun. Look, if these guys got on to do, if these guys went on to do Happy Death Day 3 and they did something fun with it, then fine. Because I like Happy Death Day 1 and 2. I think it's a fun new mix of the genre. It's just this, they add anything new to it. I get what you're saying, Ryan, and I hate that you always make me think like that, and it pisses me off. But I've dealt with it for a decade, so I guess I have to move on with my life. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. So everybody, thank you so much for listening to this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Next week, though, you will not be hearing from us. We are going to take the week off for Labor Day. It's going to be our week off to spend time with our family and to get ready to prepare for It Chapter 2. Today I had a half day, so I was able to watch the It Chapter 1 today, and I am so excited. Ryan, believe it or not, It is the only Stephen King book I have read from front to back, and I do not agree with you. We'll talk about it later after the show. That book's a mess. So,
You can read?
fuck you is the thing. So really excited for It here. We have a jam-packed September for everybody. And also, since all of you guys have downloaded it this past few weeks here, Call It in the Ring with myself and Ryan and Elise will be back in just a few short weeks for our follow-up to the Clash of the Champions episode coming up for the pay-per-view. You guys downloaded the hell out of SummerSlam. We appreciated that. So we'll be coming back with Clash of the Champions coming here your way very soon. Thank you so much for downloading us. Make sure to check us out at movieguyspodcast.com, movieguyspodcast.podbean.com, on iTunes, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio. Just search for Movie Guys Podcast, on Instagram and on Twitter, on Facebook. Just search for Movie Guys Podcast, and you'll find all the shows that we do with this one, including a lot of archives that we have. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks for It Chapter 2. Have a good night.